Hey everyone, this is DJ Switch PDX, and I know what you're thinking. Switch, aren't you supposed to be doing an intro or something? Don't worry, we'll get to the intro and then we'll do some music like we always do. But before we do that, I have been asked to tell you all about my friend Dennis Ball and his channel here on YouTube. Dennis recently invited me to be a part of a Try Not to Laugh challenge in which he wrote some dad jokes for me not to laugh at, and I laughed at 3 of them because they were just too funny. And so, per the terms of our agreement, and because I'm a man of my word, for the next 3 videos, I'm going to be asking you all to please go check out Dennis Ball's channel right here on YouTube. I'm going to put a link down in the description below. I would love it if you would check out the video, maybe give him a like and a subscribe, and show him a little bit of the love and affection that you all have been giving to me for the last several weeks. I truly appreciate it. And now, let's get on with the video. All right, y'all saw the title. You know what it is. This video has had over 1 billion views with a B. Billion with a B. This is how you get to 1 billion views. You write a song like this, perform it like this, and then have it be a major international hit for the better part of 40 years. That's how you do it. It's that simple. Why doesn't everybody just do that? I mean, come on. Before we get to the video, a couple of quick announcements. First and foremost, I have a new Discord server, and I'm going to leave a link to the Discord server in the videos. You will see links to the Discord server in the videos from now on, because I have a Discord server, and I'm super excited about it. I'm going to start working on putting together a place on Discord where folks who are enjoying these videos and folks who are enjoying the content that I'm creating, both here and on Twitch, can hang out with each other, talk about music, talk about nerd stuff. I mean, sky's the limit. There are a few rules, so make sure when you drop by the Discord that you check out the rules channel just to kind of, look over that a little bit. There's 5 rules, and they're very simple and straightforward, and they don't leave a lot of room for interpretation. Like, there's 5 rules. That's not hard. That being said, as much as I appreciate all of the love and support here on YouTube, I am for sure going to start conducting polls on the Discord and start working on integrating a way for not only my folks on Discord, but also my folks on Patreon who have access to exclusive Discord channels at certain tiers on Patreon. Those folks are going to be able to participate in some polls to vote on what music videos that I react to in the future. So we haven't integrated all of that stuff just yet, but that's coming very, very soon. So I definitely recommend, if you are around on the Discord, to swing by the server, say hello, and check out what we got going on there. That being said, I think we need to make just a slight tweak to the lighting. I don't have a background color this time because I thought maybe for this like retro like 80s videos we would skip the background color just to kind of change it up, but I do want a little bit of a thing. So let me do this. There we go. Just a little green on the side there. I look, I know I'm a dork. You guys don't have to tell me. I'm a massive dork, and I love it. The Ghostbusters with the green glow and the whatnot. Like, all right, let's get it going. This is Take On Me by a-ha. 1 billion views. You guys have probably already seen this 100 times. There we go. Before we get into it, I know. We're gonna get there. But I can already hear, check out the drums, because the drums are very, very filtered, and they're using a lot of compression, and they're using a lot of delay. They're doing some really interesting things with both the compression and the delay to get that really like 80s drum sound. Really, really popular drum sound for the 80s. I mentioned it in another video, but this is this is a perfect example of like when you think of like 80s pop drums. This is what they would come out sounding like because of all of the post processing that was put on those drums in real time in the studio. So like this is how it was recorded. I think there's a little bit of electronic drum going on here as well. But any electronic drum stuff that would have been happening around this time would have been very, very, very early, like very early drum machine type stuff. I don't remember when this song came out, but I'm pretty sure it was fairly early in the 80s. And so like things like MPC pads and things like that, like drum production stuff hadn't really come out yet. So let's back it up just a hair, because I know like we want to hear that big synth intro, and then we'll dive into it. Also, quick note before we go back, the hand-drawn style of this video, we'll touch on that a bit more, but man, just the pencil work is phenomenal. Chilling in the diner, having a cup of tea or coffee or something, probably coffee. You winks at her. I don't know how that happens. I don't know enough about filmmaking to know how this happens. I know that it's a similar process to what they used for movies like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where they're mixing animation with real film. But what's really incredible here, especially because it's a music video, which has way less budget, like so much less budget than a AAA studio film like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but also this is the 4K remastered version. I'm not watching it in 4K because there's no reason to, especially when it's like tiny like this. It's all shrunk down, and I'm certainly not recording in 4K. But even the 4K remaster, like you can see the film grain, you can see all of the texture on the film. This was very much shot on what I imagine was probably 35 millimeter at the time. And I don't even want to think about what frame rate they were using to try and mix with the animation. Just because animation is a much lower frame rate than actual film. And so mixing frame rates like this is how you get that slight flicker on the animated part. But the math involved there is just like, I don't even want to get into it. Here comes the high note. Yeah, come on. The adventure begins. Okay, this is cool. Where he steps behind the thing, and now it's really him. And by the way, that is the lead singer. That's what is his name? I'm gonna have to look it up because I forgot his name. But that's the dude that is still to this day the lead singer of a-ha. And that's just what he looked like in the 80s. Had a real like Patrick Swayze kind of thing going on. I love that. So they could have just stopped at mixing animated with like live action film, like in the diner and whatnot. But they took it a step further where they're panning the camera behind and around these little windows, and when you look through the window, everything looks real, but like around the edges and the outside and behind the window, everything looks animated. It's such a trip to see the way that this was all put together, and they like, I can only imagine how they were able to like mimic the camera movements with the animation. They must have had just some incredible top tier animators. I did a quick search, and I found dude's name is Morten Harket. If you can see, yeah, that's our guy. That is the dude who is responsible for the voice that is hitting those crazy high notes in, you know, this like crazy famous pop song that literally a billion people have watched on YouTube just since the 4K version was released. I can only imagine how many people watched the non 4K version. But it's 2020. Everything's got to be in 4K now. Breaking glass. Gotta beat up the thugs. Oh, those racers are such hotheads. We haven't touched on it too much, but that synth, there was something really kind of cool when I was like, when you were hearing the really fast notes and whatnot. I believe that is an arpeggiator, which I mentioned on another video as well. What that is, it's an effect that was built into a lot of the early synths, where it would create notes in a scale, and then you could program the synth to play those notes at whatever speed, and at whatever interval. So you could set like what notes were being played, how fast they were being played, and then if you set it to do essentially that, what we were hearing, that all of that is done in the synth itself, in the keyboard itself. So the keyboardist, the dude playing the keyboards on this song is for sure 100% good enough to be doing that with his fingers, because the guy's crazy good. But I imagine I'm gonna venture a guess and say that was probably more likely the result of an arpeggiator, where he's just holding down the note and it's just doing that sort of on its own, or he's playing maybe like a couple notes where he's got like one or two fingers down and it's just kind of holding that to create that effect. And then I'll back it up just a hair so we can hear it again, but we hear it kind of like fade out and then starts to swell back in, leading into the da 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 da, all that stuff that we are already familiar with. So let me back it up. We'll hear the arpeggiator again and listen to it drop out, and then come back in right before that break back into that lead synth line that sort of drives this whole piece. Not far enough. Okay, here we go. It should start right here. Oh, he's doing it with two fingers. You hear it swell and get louder, and then da 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 da. And I appreciate the shots of him actually playing. What? She just appears in the kitchen? Why the kitchen? That's the part I never understood about this video. Why does she just appear why wouldn't she appear back at the table where the comic book was? Wait a minute. Didn't the lady pick up the comic book and throw it in the garbage? So she appeared in the garbage. That's what it is. I'm figuring this out in real time on camera. You guys are going to have to bear with me. Because I once again, as with all of my React videos, I did as little homework as possible before sitting down to press the red button on the camera. It's the best I can do to try and keep the React somewhat natural, because if I do a bunch of homework and research, that means I have to completely change up the format of the video, and it takes way more work on my part. And if you guys think these videos are long now, oof. I'm gonna back that up a hair, because I'm gonna actually hang on. I got a better idea. Yeah, right here. Okay, so she picks up the. Yeah, so she picks it up, balls it up because it's garbage. She thinks it's garbage, and she's just gonna throw it in the trash. There it is. Throws it in the trash. Okay. Then fast forward to they need to escape the thugs in the motorcycle helmets with the wrench. I don't know why they're thugs on motorcycles with a wrench. I didn't quite pick up on the reason for that. But he's gonna save her by shoving her through the thing so that she reappears in the real world. I'll be coming for you anyway. Take on me. Yeah. And not only does she appear in the garbage, but she's covered in ink. She's got like ink smudges all over her face and all over her clothes. So like all of that black ink. Great, just phenomenal detail. It's really hard to express a lot of these little things in a music video like this, especially because you don't want to stop the song. You got to keep the song going. You don't want to stop the song, says the guy reacting to the song that he keeps stopping to talk over. I get it. I know. Take on me. She wants to see what happened. Oh no. She's crying. You got the tear in her eye right there. And she's hurt because he sacrificed himself to save her, or at least that's what she's reading on the page, is that he took the beating and is unconscious from the beating, and he risked everything to make sure that she could get back. Wait a minute. He got out. Fought his way out. He's all sweaty and gross. But I don't think she cares. Yeah, aha. I need to look up how many actual members of Aha are there, because I thought they were a bigger band. We've for sure got drums and synth and vocals, right? So that's got to be those three. We saw somebody playing the drums, and we saw somebody playing guitar. So we saw 4 members. I thought we saw 4 members of the band at least in the video. Why is there only 3 on the magazine? It doesn't really say. Yeah, and then that's the end of the thing. You know, it'd be really interesting to do to find maybe like a Okay, I'm just gonna stop myself there, because what I was about to say was it would be really interesting to find like a making of or some sort of a documentary about the Take On Me video. And I stopped myself because literally the top left corner says Aha, Take On Me, the story of the song, and the title, the YouTube title, literally says The Making of Take On Me Episode 1. So if I click that, I get exactly what I'm after. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna link both. I'm gonna link the official 4K music video. You know, they've had over 1 billion views. No joke, y'all. Listen, look. They have had over 1 billion, 1.1 billion views. 1,108,774,508 as of the time of this recording. But then also, I'm going to link that so you can be one of the 1.1 billion views that they've had on this video. But then I'm also going to link the making of Take On Me episode 1. That's linked here at the end in the end card. Because I think it's incredibly fascinating, and I'm gonna watch to find out more. And I think it would be cool if y'all would check it out as well, so that we can all kind of learn something together. And then what I think would be really fascinating is if y'all jump over to the new Discord channel, which I will also have linked in the description of this video, and we can talk about it, and we can sort of kick off our first big Discord conversation around a-ha, Take On Me, and the making of that video, and that incredible song that represents not only the 1980s and the peak of, you know, pop music in the 1980s, but it's a song that's just continued to be a mainstay for many, many, many years. Even so much so that it has, in recent years, like in the last, I would say like in the last decade or so, has sort of reintroduced itself into mainstream culture by way of internet memes and meme videos, and you know, YouTube things and Reddit things, and you know, this is the video. This is where this song came from. This is the original video. So yeah, I mean, not a whole lot else to say about this one other than, like, you know, 1.1 billion views, y'all. Like oh, that is a lot of views, and very, very well deserved. It's an incredibly beautiful pop song. It's a beautiful story for the video. But the it's so catchy, and it's a great tempo. It is very much, it's part of what makes it difficult to mix is it's actually such a high tempo that it goes just a little bit outside of normal EDM music. So EDM, a lot of EDM music you'll find between, you know, I would say like a broader than usual range for EDM music would be like 120 BPM to 135, let's say 135 BPM, which is kind of pushing the upper level of your average BPM dance music that DJs will play. DJs will sometimes go higher, go like 137, 138, maybe even up to 140. This song, if I recall correctly, is closer to 150 BPM. That's real fast. That's way up there. In fact, it might even be closer to 160. Which I've heard remixes that have taken an 80 BPM like hip hop beat, like a lower tempo hip hop vibe, and put that 80 BPM over the top of the 160 BPM Take On Me. It's kind of a cool, interesting sound when you double time a beat like that, but yeah, there's just not a lot else you can do with it as a DJ, because it's just so dang fast. So 99 times out of 100, when I do play this song, I'm not playing a remix. I'm just gonna throw on the original. In fact, I have the 12-inch version, which is like 7 minutes long or something. And so I'll put that on. It's got this long intro that, like, you don't recognize what it is until you hear the beat where it hits that da 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 that intro synth stuff. Leading up to that, you really don't know what it is, and I'll have people on my dance floor just looking at me like, what the hell are you playing? And then you hear that synth come in, and then every single time, at least half of my dance floor will lose their shit. Oh my god, it's that song. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for this one, y'all. Thank you very much for watching my reaction to a-ha's Take On Me, the official 4K music video. Or rather, the official 4K remaster of their original music video. I'm going to do a little bit of homework. I'm going to watch the making of series, and we'll talk about it over on the Discord. I hope you will join us over there for more discussion. And in addition to Discord, of course, you can find me elsewhere on the internet. Facebook, Instagram, .com/DJSwitchPDX, Twitch.tv/DJSwitchPDX on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Or you can find me at Patreon if you want to support what I'm doing here, help support the channel, help me grow a little bit more. Then patreon.com/DJSwitchPDX. I'll be releasing my first Patreon exclusive video this week, and my plan in the very near future is to be releasing Patreon videos on Patreon early, and those will go up. Those will go up to patrons first, and then will get released later on YouTube. So if you want to have early access or access to exclusive videos, as well as several other perks and benefits depending on the patron level, just go check out patreon.com/DJSwitchPDX and find out more about how you can help me out. That being said, thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you on the next one.